dropping left and right, you know? And this whole thing about fear with the you went from white privilege, now you got the white boy being scared. People are pissed off because, the movie Black Panther. They're mad. They only put 2 white people in there. I mean, it's like, well, shit. It's a movie, But they said, no, that's racist. Oh, okay. But the Lone Ranger wasn't even taken. Was actually a real black man. Shit. So deal with it. But it's just a compounding of us creating all these different myths and things that are coming to fruition, and people are often they're killing.
Well, yeah, and these are all factors in what's making things, I guess, worse. What's upsetting people? What's getting people to a level where they feel that their only response is to act out violently. But here's the thing. There are a whole lot of other people, 2 of them sitting in this room, who are living in the same exact world. Mm-hmm. And how many schools did you shoot up this week? None?
None.
Yeah, me neither. You know why? Because we're not crazy. And as Will Durst mentioned, one of the first things that Trump did once he assumed the presidency is he signed an executive order to get rid of a law that Obama had passed to make it more difficult for mentally unstable people to get their hands on guns. And then the Republicans, as part of their, idea to reinvent healthcare, they tried to pass bills that would lessen or eliminate access to mental health care for a lot of people. So, you wonder where you don't need to wonder where the problem is.
Right.
The reason we need a Super Bowl commercial for Occam's razor is because the solutions are pretty simple. Are people going to have issues with things? Sure. Mm-hmm. Are they going to freak out and, make shit? Once again, the president, if you can call him that, speaking at CPAC, was talking about how Democrats are going to take your Second Amendment. First of all, no. There are some people who think the Second Amendment needs to be abolished. Mm-hmm. I don't think so, and I'll explain that as soon as I'm done with this little rant. But, it's your Second Amendment. The Second Amendment apparently is only applicable to white conservatives and the types of people that go to CPAC. Mm-hmm. What the fuck? No. The Second Amendment is part of the Constitution, added on, hence amendment. Right. And that Constitution, it kind of governs all Americans, not just.
And they have to be, amendments, laws.
Well, but here's the thing, and it's something I saw on Facebook this week, which I thought was interesting. One of my old friends, who is a professor up, I think in Puget Sound, teaches history, government, mm-hmm. foreign policy. He knows his shit. And he was relating a story back when he was in grad school and he was in D.C., went to I think it's the National Firearms Museum, which he later found out was, run by the NRA. But real big on the wall in the lobby, they had the Second Amendment to the Constitution on the wall, except for the part at the beginning of the Second Amendment, as part of a well-regulated militia as being necessary, they took that out. And I think this is one of the places where liberals are going wrong.
Right.
We need to rework our message that we are so pro Second Amendment. We are more pro Second Amendment than the NRA, because we believe, some of us, there are people who want to get rid of all the guns. There are people who want to get rid of the Second Amendment. I say, let's beat the conservatives at their own game. Let's say that we are more in favor of the Second Amendment than these guys are, because we support the whole thing.
Right. Well, that was the thing.
What part of well-regulated militia is eluding these people's minds?
Well, remember, Obama, every time Obama would give them what he would agree with the Republicans and give them what they want. He said, oh, no, we don't want that. We've been giving them and agreeing with them. He reached across the aisle many times, even with things with gun lobbying and everything, and they would not take it. They refused to work with this guy.
Well, yeah.
And now you have a jackass who comes in and is starting to get rid of stuff. I mean, it's like right now a guy at my job is saying, Obama never did anything for me. What did you want him to do for you personally? I mean, you're the one that walked away from your job because you thought that you were going to make big money because of the 2008 what was it, the real estate boom and all this stuff, and he got his face cracked, and he left his job, and now he couldn't get the job back. Now you're having all kinds of health issues and problems and everything, and now you want to blame Obama for what you said, oh, he didn't do anything for me. What did you want him to do?
I sat at home all day one Saturday waiting for him to come and hook up my cable.
Yeah.
Never did it.
No.
Failure as a president.
I mean,
I can't abide.
The
What
guy
does he think he's a celebrity or something?
And who was it? It was a typical white dude he's from a part of Missouri to where he grew up in a town like Ferguson, where like we were talking about, black folks better not be out on the street or in the neighborhood. This guy grew up to the point he had to go get him he got what do they call them? We had to buy a bride. Yeah.
Oh, mail order bride?
When he got a mail order bride. Yeah. And so,
Wait, are we talking about Trump?
Yeah, well, and funny you should say that. They're trying to find out if Melania and parents are over here illegally. Going to get back at him for the same thing that he did, that he's doing to the other immigrants. So.
Chain migration,
right?
If it's bad for the goose, it's got to be bad for the gander.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe. I mean, so
no, of course not.
No,
there's the America where all the liberals and the poors and the blacks and the Muslims live, and then there's the quote unquote real America, where Trump and his 30% of whack jobs. We're
going to make America great again. What is that? And some people say that's just, I mean, I never heard, black people always talk about code words. This is shit. That's just code for, like I found out in sports, he's just so athletic. Instead of saying that and I didn't know that was supposed to be a code word for racist, that there was a racist thing, sports term. And
all right, wait. I just as a fan of the English language, I've been studying it most of my life. I learn new things about code and all that, because people are always finding new ways to be offended. If someone described an athlete as athletic, I wouldn't think they were racist. I just think they're an idiot.
Right. Well,
he's athletic. Well, maybe that's why he went in sports for a career. I don't know.
My friend, my buddy of mine.
I'm not saying it's that this is wrong.
But my friend Dr. Lou does it though. He actually has code. He'll call you WGs and WBs. WGs is white girls. WBs. He has code. To me, that's code. That's the type of code I'm saying. But. And he does this all the time. And before like he'll call women bacon. Yeah, man, I was checking out this bacon the other day, man, because people love bacon. So it's like, and I didn't know all this stuff. Like, yeah, and for a while, it took me a while to get into this, and I had to figure out who he was talking about, and shit, I was down there, man, and the WGs and the WBs, and even when we go do stand up, he said, them WBs is getting real. They can just sit back and just say anything, right? Because I guess a few, white dudes that said something kind of racial and everything. And I said, he said, they're getting a little frisky and they can just say whatever they want, And he said, them WBs and the WGs. And I said, WBs. I was trying to figure out who the WGs. Oh, right. Yeah, WGs. Just didn't say white boys or white girls. And he was saying this to me. So, and that was even over the phone. I didn't know they had all these codes. So. I'll never fit in. I keep saying that. I told my niece the other day I was a misfit toy.
Oh,
I said, she said, Uncle Simon, you like everybody? No. I said, no, I'm not like everybody. I'm a misfit toy. I'm an elf that wants to become a dentist. My name is Elroy. I am very bored.
There's Hermie.
Yeah.
I want to be a dentist.
Yes, that's me, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I should be on the land, and that's what it is. If you look at that show, it's what do we have today? The land of misfit toys. How many misfits are roaming around killing people now? I mean, these are all misfits.
That's what we need. We need to redo. You know, they're always doing the reboots in Hollywood and TV. We need to reboot all the Christmas specials with the stop motion. But we need to arm the misfit toys.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need an armed insurrection.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
Second Amendment.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, you got a lot of folks who fits. They're boring. I mean, that's why you have to put stuff down when you read people's profiles or whatever. They have to put certain words in there because why? Because why do you have to tell a guy not to send? A woman has to put in, please don't send me dick pictures, please, no dick. You have to tell a grown ass man, do not take a picture of your dick and send it to me. And it's a dating site. We're going to be dating, right? Yeah. Well, I just want to send this to you. This is who I am. So you're not going to send me a picture of who you are. You send me a picture of your dick, and they'll send the dick first. Like you're supposed. That looks like. That's Bill. Yeah. Hi, Bill. You see the name, and then you see the dick. That's it. You don't see the person. He sends you. That's where we are, man. It's
It's and this is one of those things. It's I'm sure going to sound very patronizing and male privileged, but in the sense of guys saying, well, I don't know why women just don't X, Y, and Z. Which they shouldn't necessarily have to, but there is this thing out there called the internet, and it's really easy to do a little bit of research. Sometimes, with the dating sites and the services, a little tougher because you may not get someone's last name,
right?
But it really isn't that difficult to find out who someone's parents are.
Right.
Find out what their phone number is or their email. Ladies, just my suggestion, you get an unsolicited dick pic, send it to his parents. Just, with maybe a thank you note even.
Right.
Say, thank you for raising such a fine, upstanding young man.
I mean, it's you think about the parents of the 19-year-old who shot up the school. I mean, his parents died.
Well, they're dead, yeah.
Right. And so the people who took him in, they had no clue. Well, but my thing is, you guys didn't check anything on this dude? Nobody checked nothing. You just welcome him. And he seemed like a nice guy. Did you notice that? That everybody's still saying, we can't believe that so-and-so would do this. He seemed like a very nice person. Okay.
When do we actually get to see that on the news? When they, we talked to the gunman's neighbor. He was an asshole.
Right.
The guy was a fucking prick.
I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer, most of us when we when we were talking about graduating, we couldn't wait to graduate. Jeffrey Dahmer wanted to know what it was like to kill someone when he graduated from high school. That's what you get folks like that, and then we interview people like that. We interviewed Jeffrey Dahmer after he ate 17 brothers, lured them in with fucking barbecue and Old English 800, which is cold. That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
And, King Cobra.
Yeah, King Cobra.
I mean, know how to pair your malt liquor with your long pig.
And he lured, and so his father is sitting next to him and says, "Yes, my son, Jeff. Why did you? Well, it was the control. There was the way." I'm saying, why are we interviewing this prick? Why aren't we just dipping him in acid right now? I mean, but we're interviewing him, and when I saw that, I said, "We're in trouble." I knew we were in trouble back when he went with Bundy and all these guys. We wanted to, prop them up and interview them. We interview. I mean,
Man,
how